Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The lesson we're going to work on today is going to be combining like terms, and what that's to do is to simplify equations. Okay, sometimes the equation is too long. Hey, can we get this a little smaller? Can we put things together? Okay, so what I did here, I actually gave you like an example that was written out, so you can kind of follow through. I'm going to leave this up for a couple seconds as I talk, so that way you can actually freeze frame your video. And you can look at, hey, how they did it. They start with an original problem. And as you see in this original problem, you have a couple constants, the 8 and the negative 8 and the 24, and you have the 7, 8 and the 7x and the 3x. And you can put those things together. And if you just follow the rules down, you'll see, hey, these can go together. And this is just how you do it, okay? And what I did also is below there, I gave you a couple examples. Okay, and for those, because one of them you have like, it's, the first problem is 2x plus 3 in brackets minus brackets x plus 6. So you have to get rid of that second bracket, okay? And the way that's done is, if you look below, I got the multiplication division rules, okay? So I'm going to just blow this up a little bit here, okay? You can always start and you can write the 2x plus 3 because that's going to stay. Okay, so, but we just got rid of the parentheses. Now, the negative sign, really that's a -1. In your head, you can do the 1. It's always going to be like that. Okay, if there's no number, you can always put a 1 in because 1 really doesn't change the value of anything. Okay, so you have a -1 times x. Oh, and if you look below, a -1 times a positive x, it's going to be a negative x. Okay, because the rules state if they're different, they go to the negative sign. Okay, so now we got a -1 times a positive 6. That's going to be another negative, okay? The negative wins out, so we got a 6 there. Now, we combine like terms, okay? So you got a 2x. We'll start from left to right. 2x minus x. That's just going to be x. So this 2x minus 1x is x, okay? Now, we have a positive 3 minus 6, okay? So what you can do here, you can actually write a simple T block here, okay, on your side paper, and you got a negative and a positive, okay? So we write in the positive 3. We write the 6 on the negative side. And the difference between the two is 3. And the side that wins out, the team that wins out, is the negative, okay? So this is going to be a -3. And that's simply your answer right there, x minus 3. And this is your answer, so you can put a little block around there. And that was all there was to that. Yeah, let's go to the next one, okay? Number B, you got 8x plus 5. We can write that down all the time. We just got rid of those parentheses, okay? Now you have another negative, -1. -1, you can put a 1 in there. So -1 times a positive x is going to be a negative x. Okay, now a -1 times a positive 5 is going to be a -5. Now, going left to right, let's start putting things together. We got an 8x minus 1x. So that's going to be a 7x. 7x. Okay, now we have a positive 5 minus 5. So 5 minus 5 is going to be a 0. Okay, so you don't have to write anything in there. Okay, so your answer is actually just going to be 7x. That's it. Okay, if we had drawn that little T box, you would have a negative and you would have a positive, and you got a 5 and a 5. So the difference between those two is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. There's no team that won. It was a draw. Okay, so that was all your answer was. Let's do C. Okay, we can get rid of the brackets right from the get-go. 6m plus 4. Now we have a -1 times a positive 2m. So negative's going to win out. Different signs, just like the rules right below state. So we got a 2m. Now we have a -1 times a positive 1. 1 times 1 is 1. But it's going to be a negative because the negative wins out when you have two different signs. Okay? So let's do the math real quick on this one. We got 6m minus 2m. It's 4m. Now we have a 4 minus a 1. That's going to be a 3, but it's going to be positive because the positive is going to win out. it's going to be a positive 3. If we had drawn that simple T box real quick, we got a negative and we got a positive sign, we would have put the 4 over here and we would have put the 1 over here. The difference between the two is 3. The team with the most points is the positive team, so the positive wins out. And that's all there was to that. Okay, now what I got 3 more below here that you can do yourself, okay? And you can check to say, hey, how did I do on this? So what I did for you, I actually put below, I put the answers, okay? So you can go back and look at the answers and say, hey, did I get this right? Okay, I'll just pause this on this for a few seconds so you can go back and, freeze frame it and everything, okay? And that way you can look at how I solved this, okay? I'll pull it back up to your questions, and now you just have to solve these. And that's all there is to that. And just remember, there's only a few simple rules here, and you got instructions above here, how this all works. And that's basically it, okay? And remember what I always say is never turn in your test paper too early, okay? Always keep it right to the end. Go over your simple math problems. Did you subtract 4 minus 3 and get 2 instead of 1, okay? Because sometimes you can make those mistakes and that'll cost you a question. You'll get it wrong. And remember, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll help my YouTube ratings. And remember what I always say is math can be fun. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.